On the 12th of February 2026, the world changed for me. My dad passed away. A few days later, I found myself in a small government office. It was quiet. It was the kind of quiet that feels heavy. I was there to settle his affairs. I found myself sitting there with 3 documents in front of me: his birth certificate, his marriage certificate, and I was waiting for the clerk to hand me the 3rd, his death certificate. It was an unsettling realization. To the state, to the system, this was a summary of a human being. A beginning, a middle, and an end. 3 pieces of paper and a widow's pension. That's all it was. Is that it? Is that the sum of a life? The state is interested in data. It needs to know when you arrive, who you belong to, and when you leave. It's efficient, it's organised. But the state doesn't record the way my dad's voice sounded when he was interested in something. It doesn't record the influence he had on people or the advice he gave me over the years. We spend so much of our time building a documented life. We chase the titles, the certificates, the accolades that can be printed out and put on display. We optimize our LinkedIn profiles and our bank accounts, thinking these are the only markers of success. But I can tell you, standing in that room, looking at those 3 papers, I realized that the things that make a good life are exactly the things the state doesn't care about. The system records your existence, but only you can record your life. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the limit of our life is fixed. He knew, even as the Emperor of Rome, that the 3 certificates were inevitable. Stoicism isn't about ignoring death. It's about using the certainty of death to simplify the uncertainty of life. If you knew that your entire legacy would eventually be reduced to 3 pieces of paper, what would it change today? Would you still care about the email that's stressing you out? Would you still buy the thing that you don't need to impress the people you don't like? My dad didn't live for the certificates. He lived in the margins between them. He lived in the jokes told over dinner, in the quiet resilience of showing up for his family, in the small, unrecorded acts of kindness. That is the good life. It's something that's invisible to the government clerk, but essential to the living. We can't escape the paperwork, but we can make sure the paperwork is the least interesting thing about us. How do we make a life more than the sum of its documents? I think it comes down to 3 habits. Presence over documentation. Spend more time in the room and less time proving that you were there. Stop taking the photo for the record and start feeling the moment for the memory. Duty over ambition. The world doesn't need more successful people. It needs more good people. Do your duty to your family, your friends, and your community. That's the legacy that outlasts the paper. Awareness of the end. Memento mori. Carry the thought of your 3rd certificate with you. Not to be morbid, but to be clear. Let it filter out the noise. Let it show you what actually matters. In the Mexican tradition, there is a belief that you don't just die once. They speak of the 3 deaths. The first is the physical moment when the heart stops, the breath leaves, and the body ceases to be a vessel. The second is the burial, when we are returned to the earth and hidden from the sight of the living. But the third is the most definitive. It happens the very last time your name is spoken out loud. It's the moment you fade from the collective memory of the hive. Standing in that office, I realised that the state only records the first 2. They have the date the body stopped and the permit for the burial. But that 3rd death, that one is up to us. It's found in the stories that we tell and the way we carry the essence of those we've lost into the way we live our lives today. I left that office with the death certificate in my hand. It was cold, it was just paper. But as I walked to my car, I didn't feel the weight of the paper. I felt the weight of the man. I remembered his laugh, and I remember his work ethic. The state has its records. It has its dates, it has its pensions, and that's fine, that's for them. But for the rest of us, for the hive around us, the record is in the people we loved. The record is in the way that we lived when no one was watching. Make your life so big, so bright, so deep that 3 pieces of paper couldn't possibly hope to contain it. Simplify the life. Better for the individual, good for the hive. I'll see you in the next one.